Okay, so we already hire out quite a number of different lights, the one-by-one panels being quite popular, and we've been looking at some other options, some lighter, more portable options. And I went on a little trip up to see the guys at Holden recently, and they showed me their Ledgo lights. And I've got Dan here to help me talk me through all the bits and pieces. The pad light.
Yes, you liked your little
pad
light, yeah.
Yes, yeah, the little pad lights are great. I haven't got one here, but they're about that size and they are like that thin.
Yeah.
This is the big brother.
It is, yeah. So.
But it still shares exactly the same principles, and it's incredibly thin.
Yes, it's very thin. The little one, which a lot of people are familiar with, was about sort of £60, incredibly cheap, very useful little light, bi-colour, decent light output, soft light output, but just a bit small. So this one is just sort of over A4 size, but still incredibly portable. It's like carrying an iPad around with you, really.
Yeah.
But then you can get a decent kind of portrait shot with this. Battery powered. Just kind of minimal hassle.
So if we were to turn it, can we turn it around?
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully you can see that there, Trevor. So basically, we've got two slots on the back here for Sony MP batteries.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you just need to try and see how thin that is. So I mean, the point we're looking at here is that we could, in a Peli case, we could put literally three of those, stack three on top of each other quite easily.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be carrying around much at all.
No.
And you wouldn't even need to plug it into mains because you've probably got batteries lying.
We got loads of these batteries as it is. So on here we've got adjustment for the colour temperature.
Yeah.
And then we've got dimming here. And then, as I understand it, you can also put a wireless box on as well if you wanted to actually control them remotely.
Yeah, you could put the wireless box on so you could sit with your iPad app and adjust all your lights independently without having to run up to the lights and do it manually, sort of bother the person that's in front of the camera. Just do it all from behind the camera with a iPad.
And these are incredibly light as well. They weigh about 100 grams or so, don't they?
They do, yeah, and the other thing I should mention is very high CRI, so it's not just a practical light, it's a high quality light, 95, around the 95 CRI index. So.
And they are pretty powerful as well. I mean, if you had a few of these, I mean, they'll work very nicely. Yeah, perfect. Then we move on to the ring light.
Yeah. So the big thing about this ring light is its affordability, because ring lights have always been kind of on that end of the spectrum.
That was the thing when I came up and saw you. I was a little bit surprised. I thought actually this is quite a nice offering to put on our hard stock.
Yeah. So I think this is $229. So that's kind of like a price that people are not familiar with if they've been looking at ring lights in the past. And again, it's got very high CRI. It's a beautiful soft light, gives that glint in the eye that people are looking for. So, and now a price that it's anyone.
But I think that was the whole point behind it is that we can actually offer these at a price where people, they can try them. It's almost to the point whereby we can pretty much throw them in on the kits.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and then if we move along to what many would think looks very much like a Diva light.
Yes.
So now, I mean, obviously on the back of this looks reasonably familiar.
Yeah, so this would be would be at home in a studio fixture or as a portable light. It comes in a nice padded case. So what you're getting with this, again, is a very soft out the box light output. So no need to put a soft box on it. Very high CRI, TLCI readings, soft bi-colour light that's giving the coverage of that kind of Diva light.
I know.
Other manufacturers, of course, available.
But at a third of the price.
At a much cheaper price.
Yeah. And again, this is actually directly remotely controlled, and you can link them together. You can control them on the app.
Same deal. Same app as with the little light. So there's no reason why you can link that light and control it all wirelessly.
Okay. And then we move on to the last one, which is really all about sort of portability side of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've got it on a frame here, but
it's on a frame. It doesn't necessarily need to be. It's these are the fabric lights. with a diffuser. So what you're getting here is a lot of coverage, so a really big surface area of light. Again, by colour.
But you could mould these any way you wanted, car dashboard or that kind of thing.
Yeah,
couldn't
this
you?
is Velcro, so
Yeah.
but the frame gives it rigidity, so it feels a bit more like this kind of light.
And that basically folds down into a very small, nice package.
It does indeed. Yeah, all of this frame dismantles.
And then in terms of power for this,
It's got a V-lock battery mount or mains power, so sort of out the box you can decide to.
but it's
power it
V-lock,
by-
but it's V-lock with a cable, so you can
Yeah,
mount
yeah. I
the
don't know
V-lock
if you
battery
can-
down somewhere.
Yeah, that's clipped to the stand. There's a V-lock plate the other side of that, and that's also the control box.
Cool, excellent. Listen, thank you very much indeed.
problem.
We're going to be stocking a lot more of the Ledgo lights going forwards. I think they're a really good value offering, so watch your space.